Well, hello and welcome back. My name is James McLynas. I'm running for Pinellas County Sheriff, and I'm doing a little bit of an update on the video that I did recently where I was trespassed from the Pinellas County Courthouse by 6 Pinellas County Sheriff's deputies, even though I had done nothing wrong. I've got a lot of people that are asking me for an update about it, so I thought I would go ahead and make this little video and explain what's going on since then. I have filed a criminal complaint against all of those involved, including the woman behind the counter. The Attorney General for the state of Florida actually says on her website that it is illegal, a violation of Title 10, Chapter 119, for a government agency to charge an individual to view a hearing video or a hearing audio, which is exactly what I was attempting to do that day, asked to view and listen and inspect and make my own copy of the video and the hearing. Deputy Hames filed a false report on the event, and in his report he literally made 10 specific, very clear lies in his report, which doesn't surprise me because I would say that approximately 80% of all sheriff's reports, and in fact all police reports across the board, have some measure of misinformation, intentional omission of information, or direct lies in them. And this one is no different. Basically what I have is his report that he wrote after we got done with this little event. And the report, there's a copy of the report that I'll show right now. And I've submitted both the video and his specific lies to the Pinellas County Sheriff's Department and the state attorney, Bernie McCabe, requesting that criminal charges be prosecuted against him for knowingly and intentionally issuing a false police report. The first lie that he told about me was that I'm an upset white male. And if you viewed the video, you clearly see that at no point in time was I upset. Did I express that I was upset? Did I in any way show any type of aggravation or irritation to these deputies that clearly deserved to be shown some type of upsetness, but I didn't do it. The next thing he said was that I was refusing to leave. That's lie number 2. Now, if you look in the video and you watch the video, at no point did I refuse to leave the area. I was never asked to leave. I was asked at one point to step outside the office while they figure out what was going on, but I was never asked to leave the building, and I was never asked to leave, which would have been predicate to me being trespassed. You can clearly see throughout the entire video, at no point in time was I ever asked to leave. Now, line number 3, he stated that James was requesting a copy of an audio proceeding. You can clearly see throughout the entire video, at no point in time did I request a copy of the audio proceeding. If I did that, then I already knew that there was going to be a $25 fee. But according to the Attorney General, once again, I'm not required to pay $25 if I just want to listen to it or view it and make my own copy of it, which is exactly what I asked to do. Line number 4, and I quote his report, he, which means me, then stated he did not need to pay the fee but was legally allowed to listen to the audio in the DCRO, which is the Digital Court Reporting Office. Once again, at no point in time did I request to go back into the Digital Court Reporting Office. I didn't ask to go in the secure area. I really didn't care where they allowed me to listen to the video or the audio, but that's not my problem. Their problem is they need to show me the video, let me listen to the video someplace in the building. I didn't really care what it was. But it's very important that this deputy try and lie and say that I was trying to get into a secure area. Lie number 5, he said, he, again me, began to argue and bang on the window and the service bell, requesting that his legal rights be supported. Well, let's take a look at the video and see. Did I try and bang on the window? I gently knocked on the window once and I rang the bell twice. I don't think that that's banging on the window or banging on the bell, and I definitely didn't request that my legal rights be supported. Each time I knocked on the window and I said, "Excuse me, I'd like to make another records request." That's all I said. Another lie. So,
It's not going to happen.
okay, so you're going to violate Title 10, Chapter 119?
Yes.
You're going to violate Title 10, Chapter 119.
I am telling you that I don't have facilities for you to sit here and listen to your audio of your proceedings.
What's my proceeding?
Whatever proceedings. You can buy an audio CD. They're $25, and that's how this office conducts business.
Well, I understand that, but there is case law here in Florida under Title 10, Chapter 119, where people have been sued, agencies have been sued for that exact thing that you're asking me. And so I'm coming here to ask to listen to it and I do have the legal right under Title 10, Chapter 119 to come at any given time during normal business hours and inspect and copy any record, including audio records, including video records. And you cannot say you can't hear it, you can't see it, you cannot inspect it, you cannot copy it unless you pay us $25. That's against the law. That's putting a restriction. That's putting a condition on the access to the records. And by law, you can't do that.
Thank you for the legal education, but I said no.
So you're going to violate that? I need another public records request. So now she's not coming to the window. My guess is she's probably calling the police. Says not to knock on the door, but it does say to...
We're getting someone for you, just a minute.
No, I'd like to make another public records request. This is the little dark cubbyhole they have you in. There are the hours of operation that they're open. I'll ring the bell. Rattling. Let's see what's gonna be.
Hi.
Hi.
Are you guys waiting for anybody?
I'm not sure. Deborah, hold on 1 second. I'll meet you over.
Thanks. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Can you step out in the hallway for a minute, please? I need to speak with her in private. Step out in the hallway.
Well, this is a public.
I'm not
lobby.
asking anymore. Step out in the hallway. Do it now.
This is a public
Go
library.
ahead, but I need to talk to her in private.
Okay.
Step out here.
Now you have 4 of them.
Just step on here.
I
need to talk to her,
I wanna
not
make
you.
But I'm here
You
to
can
make
talk
a public
to her in a
records.
minute.
I would like to get her last paycheck. That'd
That's
be
fine.
okay.
That's not a problem, but I will talk to her. Over here. Go ahead. Is there something going on today?
Why?
Is there something going on today?
I get to make a public records request.
Say that again?
I came to make a public records request
For what?
for a recording of a hearing.
Are you here to pick something up?
I'm here to make a public records request. That's what you can do at that window.
Of course you can, but...
That's what I was doing.
So let us talk to her, and I don't see why that should be a problem.
I don't see why it's a problem either.
Okay, just do me a favor. Just wait out here. We thought something else was going on up
What
there.
did they say was going on?
We don't know.
Over here, sir.
Mr. McClendon.
No, this is.
Do you have your ID with you, and you
No,
can let me
it's
know
on
what it
the
is you're trying to get?
I'm not required to show
Well,
ID.
so
I
it
haven't
gave us a
violated any
false
law.
name.
Nobody's saying that you violated the law. I'm asking you, what is it you're trying to get?
I'm trying to listen to a hearing that
Yes.
was held yesterday.
I've spoken with the individual. So she has explained to me that it is $25 and she can get you a copy of it, but you cannot go back into the secured area, which only secure authorized personnel is allowed into, to go ahead and view it. But you can view it at your leisure with your copy once you've paid the fee.
And like I explained to her, Title 10, Chapter 119 specifically states that I have the legal right to come here and listen to the recording and make my own copy of it if I want to. That's what Title 10, Chapter 119
And
says.
according to Title
Yes.
10, you may have access to do that. However,
that's what I'm asking for.
security procedures override access to any other possibility of you doing that.
No, security.
We have secure areas in here
That's
that
fine.
the public does not have access to go into.
I didn't ask to go back there.
Okay, well, I'm telling you that you cannot go back there to view it.
I didn't ask to go back there to
So
do it.
you want to view it where? In the lobby?
Wherever they want to show me.
If you pay for your fee, you can go into any public area of this building
But
and
you
view
see,
it.
that is a restriction or a condition upon access to public records, which is a violation of Title 10, Chapter 119.
Okay.
I have the right to come here and videotape and audio tape and copy and inspect any record that's in this building under normal business hours. They don't have the right to say you cannot inspect or copy the video unless you pay us $25. That's a violation of the law. Lie number 6, and this is the one that really frosts me the most. He said, due to his aggressive behavior, inability to follow directions, and disruptive behavior in the lobby of the DCRO, that's why they trespassed me. But if you watch the videotape from the very beginning, he's specifically referring to me being in the lobby of the Digital Court Reporting Office. But if you look at the audio, you can clearly see that at no point in time did I do any of those things. I was not being aggressive inside the DCRO. I was not being told anything. I was not being given any directions. Nobody directed me to do anything other than the one deputy asking me to leave, which was, again, a violation of my rights. I'm in a public area. I have a right to not only videotape the interaction with the officers, I have a duty to videotape the interaction with the clerk who's refusing me records. Because here in Florida, the only enforcement that we have for that is a civil remedy, meaning a lawsuit. And if I want to file a lawsuit, if I'm allowed to file a lawsuit, I have every right to document the actual refusal. If I had no audio or video of the refusal of the woman to let me see and inspect the videotape, then they would clearly just lie about it, just like they did in this report, and make up nonsense about how they never really refused to allow me to inspect it. And that's why it's always important when you deal with the police or you deal with government entities, I suggest you video everything, because as you can see from what happened there, and as you can see from this Deputy Hames's report, they will just lie through their teeth to criminalize you and possibly, hopefully, arrest you. Lie number 7, his request to listen or view audio inside the DCRO's secure area. Lie number 8, James then began arguing that it was his legal right, according to Title 10, that he be allowed to the audio inside the DCRO. Lie number 9, I once again clarified that they do not allow for that, and specifically that he was not authorized personnel allowed to enter the DCRO back area. He continued arguing about this Title 10 legal right to do so. All 3 of those lies are absolutely false. In fact, on the video, I specifically told him I didn't ask to go back in the DCRO. I didn't ask to go back in the secure area. And I most certainly didn't ask to view a video back there. And I reiterated that they could show me the video any place they wanted to. They had a legal obligation under the law to do that. And I was asking merely for what they were legally obligated to do for me. Lie number 10, in this particular report that Hames filed, he said, Christine arrived a minute later and verbally told James, and he's quoting her now. He says, quote, "You are being trespassed from the Digital Court Reporter's office," unquote. That would be technically the correct form to trespass somebody, but that's not at all what she said. This is what she said, which is not a correct form to trespass somebody.
Mrs. Gentleman?
Yes.
You want to trespass from this property?
Yes, sir.
All right, you're under arrest, so put your hands behind your back.
Okay, you can't arrest me for that.
Come on. You
Seriously, dude?
Listen.
Was it he told
at
earlier
this
today?
point, you have been notified by authorized personnel that you are to be trespassed from this area. I will be doing a report. First thing I need to get is your information, and then I'm going to request that you ask.
James
So,
Leopard.
James, just tell him.
Sir, you're not welcome back here anymore
And why is that?
at the DCR department window.
And why is that?
Because when I tell you.
That's good. You're good. You don't have to explain.
Thank you very much.
He'll explain it.
And this officer, Anita Garcia, was the one that violated my rights to video, physically put hands on me, assaulted me with no legal right to do so, gave me unlawful orders, and interfered with my right to document the fact that I was having a law violated against me, being prevented from accessing my records. Anita Garcia had no idea what the law was. She had no idea what my rights were. Clearly, she had a very poor attitude. And I've also filed criminal charges against her for the assault that day. We can't have a Pinellas County where the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office and all its deputies consider the citizens of Pinellas County to be the enemy, to be treated with such callous disregard for their rights in the law. And the bottom line is, this isn't just happening to me. This is happening to a lot of people. In fact, just that same day, at the same time I was at that courthouse, there was another man who had been assaulted by a deputy inside of a courtroom for no lawful reason. Struck him on the shoulder, and he went out in front of the courthouse and he called 911 thinking that a different police agency was going to come, not knowing that it was going to be the same people that had assaulted him. And so when the deputies pulled up and they talked to him about his story, they went inside, talked to the other deputy, and to defend the deputy from the assault charges, their response was to arrest the man for improper use of a 911 call. He was physically arrested that day, and I actually happened to capture that on video. There was another video of him actually explaining why he called 911, which sounds perfectly reasonable when you listen to the video. I'm going to be putting a video together on that shortly, and we're going to be releasing that as well. But you can't have a Pinellas County Sheriff's Deputy's Office where if you even start to make a complaint, their response is to arrest you. If you request records, their response is to try and arrest you. If they don't like what you're doing, even if you've done nothing wrong, then they're just going to fill out a bunch of reports and lie on the reports and claim that you did. And there's really nobody holding them accountable because Sheriff Galtieri doesn't hold them accountable. And that's why I'm running for Sheriff of Pinellas County. We can't continue to have a Sheriff's Office that considers the people of Pinellas the enemy. We can't have a Sheriff's Office that ignores the laws and ignores the rights of the people of Pinellas County. So I'm running for Sheriff so that the Sheriff's Office will be inclusive of everybody, so that the Sheriff's Office will be a part of everybody. And so that the people of Pinellas don't have to be afraid that if they have an encounter with the Sheriff's Office, they're going to wind up being lied about and arrested, just like the man who called 911. So if this is something that interests you, I need some assistance, help the campaign, spread the word, share the videos, donate to the campaign. If you would like to see a citizen in charge of the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office and not just another corrupt police officer, then vote for the campaign for James McLynas for Sheriff of Pinellas County. We're here to make a change, and it's going to be a big change. Thank you for your time.